I never thought a simple knock on my door could change everything. It was raining hard that night, and when I opened the door, she was standing there, soaked, trembling, and looking at me like I was the only safe place left in the world. "Please, can I come in?" she whispered. Her name was Emily. She said she was my new neighbor, just moved in next door. But something about the way her eyes darted around the room made me think she was hiding more than just from the rain. We talked for a while. I made her tea, gave her a towel, but the whole time she kept glancing at my window, as if someone might be watching. Then, just as I was about to ask her what was wrong, she froze. Her eyes locked on something behind me. I turned, and there, in the dark across the street, a man stood under a flickering street lamp. He wasn't moving. He was just watching us. "Do you know him?" I asked. Her face went pale. "No, but he knows me." Before I could react, she grabbed my hand and whispered, "Please, don't let him in. No matter what happens tonight." The next hour felt like a lifetime. The man outside never moved, never blinked. Then came the knock. Slow. Heavy. Like he had all the time in the world. I stood frozen at the door, Emily clutching my arm so tight her nails dug into my skin. The knocking stopped, but then my phone buzzed. Unknown number. A text. "Let her go, or you'll regret it." And that's when I realized Emily wasn't the only one in danger. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. Emily shook her head violently, whispering, Don't open it." But something inside me, maybe curiosity, maybe stupidity, made me grab the handle. I didn't open it all the way, just a crack. The man outside was closer now, standing right at the threshold. His face was half hidden by the shadows, but I could see the faintest grin on his lips. "You don't know what she's done," he said quietly, almost politely. "But you will." Before I could respond, Emily pulled me back and slammed the door shut. She locked it, then turned to me with eyes full of fear and guilt. "I told you not to open it," she hissed. I demanded answers. She paced the room like a trapped animal before finally speaking. "2 years ago, I saw him do something horrible. I thought I could forget about it, but he found me. He always finds me." I tried to process it. Was this some stalker? A criminal? Or was there something she wasn't telling me? Then the lights went out. The whole apartment plunged into darkness. My phone screen lit up. Another text from the unknown number. "Last chance. Let her go." Emily grabbed my arm. "We have to hide. Now!" We stumbled toward my bedroom, the only place with a lock. I shut the door, but before I could even turn the key, we heard the unmistakable sound of glass shattering in the living room. Someone was inside. I turned to Emily, my voice shaking. "Is there anything else you didn't tell me?" She looked at me and finally whispered, "He's not here for me. He's here for both of us." The sound of footsteps echoed through my apartment. Slow. Measured. Like whoever was inside wasn't in a hurry. Emily pressed herself against the wall, her breathing fast and shallow. I tried to stay quiet, straining my ears to track the intruder's movements. Then silence. I reached for my phone to call the police, but Emily grabbed it from my hands. "No cops," she whispered. "It'll only make it worse." "What do you mean worse?" I demanded in a low voice. She hesitated, then finally said, "Because he's not working alone." Before I could reply, a faint creak came from right outside the bedroom door. My whole body tensed. I reached for the nearest thing I could use as a weapon, a metal lamp from my nightstand. Then, a man's voice spoke from the hallway. Calm. Almost friendly. "You think you can hide from me in your own home?" I felt my grip tighten on the lamp. Emily's eyes darted to the window. It was a 2-story drop, not a great escape plan, but maybe our only chance. The doorknob rattled once, twice, then stopped. My heart was racing when I suddenly heard something unexpected, the sound of another set of footsteps. He wasn't alone. She was right. Emily leaned in and whispered so quietly I could barely hear her. I didn't just see something he did. I took something from him. My mind was spinning. What did you take? Before she could answer, the door burst open. Two figures stepped inside. One was the man from outside, the other was a woman. Tall, sharp eyes, cold smile. She looked at Emily, then at me. Well, she said softly, you've made this so much more interesting. Emily's grip on my arm tightened like a vice. They're not here to kill us, she whispered. They want a trade. The woman stepped closer, her heels clicking softly on the floor. Her eyes never left mine. You have something that belongs to us, she said. Give it back, and maybe we let you both walk away. I looked at Emily. Her lips trembled, but she didn't speak. My chest tightened. What is it? I asked her, my voice sharper than I intended. She finally reached into the pocket of her jacket and pulled out a small black flash drive. It looked so ordinary, but the way both strangers' eyes locked onto it told me it was anything but. The man stepped forward, extending his hand. Now! Emily didn't move. Instead, she backed toward me and whispered, If we give it to them, we're dead. If we don't, we might still have a chance. The woman's cold smile widened. You think you can run? We've been watching you for days. You're not hard to find. A chill ran down my spine. Watching me. This wasn't just Emily's problem anymore. They'd been tracking me too. I tried to think fast. What's on the drive? I asked, stalling for time. The man's jaw tightened. Information. That's all you need to know. Suddenly, Emily shoved the flash drive into my hand and yelled, Run! Before I could react, she'd pushed over the lamp, shattering it and plunging the room into near darkness. I bolted for the window, hearing the woman curse behind me and the man's heavy footsteps closing in. I yanked the window open, climbed out onto the ledge, and dropped down onto the wet grass below. My ankle screamed in pain, but I forced myself to run. Behind me, Emily's voice cut through the chaos. Don't let them have it. No matter what. I didn't stop running, not even when I heard the sound of a second window breaking above me. And then, headlights appeared at the end of the street. The car stopped just a few meters ahead of me, its headlights cutting through the rain. I froze, unsure if I was running towards safety or straight into another trap. The driver's door swung open, and a man stepped out. Mid-40s, dark coat, face shadowed under a wide-brimmed hat. Get in, he said, his tone urgent but calm. I hesitated for a split second, but the sound of footsteps splashing in the rain behind me made the choice for me. I jumped into the back seat, still clutching the flash drive. The car sped off, tires hissing on wet asphalt. I looked out the rear window. The man and woman were in pursuit, but their figures quickly disappeared into the darkness. I turned to the driver. Who are you? His eyes met mine in the rearview mirror. Someone who doesn't want the drive in the wrong hands. My stomach twisted. Emily's still back there. We have to go back. He shook his head. If you go back now, you'll die. She knows what she's doing. The rain hammered the roof like a drum. I looked at the flash drive in my hand, feeling its weight. What's on it? He didn't answer. Instead, he reached into his coat and placed a small pistol on the passenger seat. Before we talk, I need to know, are you willing to do whatever it takes to survive tonight? My pulse raced. I thought of Emily. I thought of the people chasing us. I thought about the fact that I still had no idea what was really going on. I met his gaze in the mirror and gave the only answer I could. I'll do what I have to. A slow smile formed on his face. Good. Then hold on tight. Things are about to get
Nie,
worse.
nie, przez odkłony chodzi.
The engine roared as he pressed the accelerator, and at that moment, I realized this night was far from over. If you want to hear what happened next, subscribe so you don't miss it.